My 23 boyfriend, 23, constantly makes fun of my hobby that pays for our dates. We've been together for 3 years, most of them long distance as we live in different countries, 3 hours away from each other. Just for clarification, there's no language barrier. Our languages are extremely similar. We're also both full-time uni students. So the issue, I've always been very into art and decided to pick up face painting 2-ish years ago. I started posting my work on Instagram. Because why not? I paint mostly illusions, 3D stuff and special effects, and would love to make prosthetics for movies once I finish uni. To my surprise, the account Kinder blew up. I didn't expect it because I'm hella socially awkward. My English isn't that great, and I can easily go weeks without opening the app if I'm busy. About a year in my first paid offer, and have been sporadically making money off of it ever since. It's not big money, but it helps a lot when you're a student. I've been able to take my boyfriend on a fancy for us lol trip for his birthday thanks to this, and see him way more often. Now, the things that are bothering me. The first time I showed my page to him, he took the phone out of my hand, scrolled through the comments, read them out loud, and made fun of everyone, calling them dumb, fangirling Instagram bitches. That is how he's been referring to anyone even just remotely related to the field ever since. Every time I wear some more out the makeup when we're together, he makes mean comments about. Some of the milder ones include telling me that my eyeshadow looks mouldy, or that I shouldn't wear eyeliner because it makes my eyes look wrinkly. Stuff like. One time I made some money just before the summer, more trips. So I wanted to share the news with him. He told me that he pities the dads who work all day just for their daughters to go spend all the money on such bullshit face paint I used that day, and that if his kids did something like that, he'd put them up for adoption. It wasn't anything extravagant, just basic face paint that goes for pretty cheap and lasts forever. This happens every time I tell him that I made some money or mention anything makeup related. Sometimes when we're waiting in a line at a store, he'll start loudly talking about how he's dating an influencer and shouting out my username sarcastically. He sometimes says he loves my art and often tells me I'm beautiful, but then shoots me down with these comments, and it's super confusing. If I try to bring up how this makes me feel, he either 1. starts comparing our hobbies and explains for hours why his hobby football is much better and actually meaningful, unlike make. 2. asks whether he has to fucking like makeup just because I like it. 3. says he's just being objective and not making fun of me. 4. talks about how everyone in the field is shallow, stupid, pretentious, and that he can't understand why I defend it so much. I'm quoting here. I know have to appeal to the simple makeup audience, but it weren't actually like that though, and we never get anywhere. I am fully aware of the rep and stereotypes of both Instagram and my field, and we've had a few very interesting conversations about it. The issue is that 95% of the time I say anything about makeup, it turns into a monologue on morals, values, why it's boring and stupid, and so on. I don't feel like I've changed in any way. My audience isn't huge, and I don't share the account with anyone in my life unless they find it. But he'll tell me to keep the dumb Instagram bitch attitude on Instagram if we're arguing, and he doesn't agree with something I say. Not sure how to proceed, because on one hand I understand why he might have these opinions, and that not everyone is into the things I'm into. On the other, I can feel myself becoming a bit resentful because I always try to pay attention and be happy for him when he talks about football, and I find it weird that he's so angry about a hobby that allows us to spend time together and travel. How can I explain that while I agree with some of his points, there's no need to discuss the negatives in detail every time I want to share an exciting thing? I don't want to be controlling, but I don't want to feel bad all the time. Too long, don't read. I started an Instagram account that now makes money that allows us to spend more time together, but boyfriend makes fun of me for it. It makes me sad and angry, and I'm what to do. He sounds horrible, genuinely horrible. What is it about him that attracts you to him? Serious question. So your boyfriend thinks he's superior to you and just about anyone else that shares your interest, actively negs you, but is happy to use the money you make with this thing he thinks is so beneath him, and you're with this guy. Why? Exactly. Why are you putting up with this? What could possibly be so great about him that excuses this type of treatment?